The king of cocaine was the son of a poor Colombian farmer, but by the time he was 35, he was one of the world's wealthiest men. Despite his humble origins, Pablo Escobar became the leader of the Medellin cartel, which was responsible for 80% of the global cocaine market. Unfortunately, there's no clear information on exactly how much money he had. Still, according to Business Insider, Escobar's wealth is estimated to be higher than $30 billion. He was so rich that Forbes included him on the list of 10 wealthiest people in the world. Escobar started his criminal activity in his teenage years. He was selling fake diplomas, falsifying report cards before selling stereo equipment, and stealing tombstones to resell them. Later, he was stealing cars, which led to his first arrest in 1974. Nevertheless, it didn't stop him. He was engaged in the Marlboro Wars, where he made his name in Colombia's smuggled cigarette market. This experience helped him to become an established drug smuggler. In the mid-1970s, he founded a crime organization that eventually became the Medellin cartel. Operating from 1972 to 1993, the cartel was an immensely powerful terrorist-type criminal organization in Medellin, Colombia. They started as a smuggling network, which eventually turned to trafficking cocaine in Bolivia, Colombia, Peru, Central America, the Bahamas, the USA, and Canada. The Medellin cartel smuggled tons of cocaine, which brought $420 million a week. It is said that the cartel smuggled over 15 tons of cocaine each day. Cocaine surpassed coffee, which was deemed the #1 in Colombian export. Yet, the cartel wasn't engaged solely in narco traffic. They've been known for using violence for political aims and conducting asymmetric warfare against the Colombian government. They were bombing, killing, and kidnapping. There's no clear information on how many people were killed, but some sources say that it was up to 4,000. As the Medellin cartel made colossal money, its leader became extraordinarily rich. Eventually, Forbes included Escobar on the list of its wealthiest people in the world for 7 years. He owned private planes, luxurious houses, and even a prison. He had so much money, so he had to keep it in warehouses and fields. It was simply impossible to spend it all. With a reported worth of $25 billion, Escobar had ample money to spend, and he did. His lavish lifestyle included private planes, luxurious homes, and over-the-top parties. In the late 1980s, he reportedly offered to pay off his country's debt of $10 billion if he would be exempt from any extradition treaty. Escobar owned a number of palatial homes, but his most notable property was the 7,000-acre estate known as Hacienda Nápoles, named after Naples, Italy, located between Bogotá and Medellin. Reportedly costing $63 million, it included a soccer field, dinosaur statues, artificial lakes, a bullfighting arena, the charred remains of a classic car collection destroyed by a rival cartel, an airstrip, a tennis court, and a zoo. More on that later. The estate, the front gate of which is topped by the plane he used on his first drug run to the US, was later looted by locals, and it is now a popular tourist attraction. Escobar's private zoo was home to some 200 animals, including elephants, ostriches, zebras, camels, and giraffes. Many of the creatures were smuggled into the country aboard Escobar's drug planes. After his death in 1993, most of the animals were transferred to zoos. However, 4 hippopotamuses were left behind. They soon multiplied, and by 2016, upwards of 40 lived in the area. The potentially dangerous animals have damaged farms and inspired fear in locals. Authorities began castrating male hippos in an effort to control the population. The place had 2 helicopter landing pads, over 1,500 employees, 10 houses, 3 zoos, full-sized football pitches, 27 artificial lakes, life-sized dinosaur statues, and a petrol station. Pablo wanted to fill the zoo with exotic animals, so he imported a few hippopotamuses from Africa. When everything fell apart and his property was seized, the animals in the zoo were shared around zoos in Colombia, except for the hippos. They've been multiplying at a fast rate, and it's thought there are now over 70 roaming the marshy grounds where Escobar used to live. Pablo Escobar became a rich and influential person in Colombia, but he had more ambitions to reach. Escobar was in some way a philanthropist. He expanded social programs for the poor, built hospitals, stadiums, and even sponsored the local soccer teams. This led to him being elected to an alternate seat in the Colombian Congress in 1982. Some sources claim he was dreaming of becoming a president. but he was forced to resign due to his criminal activity. The person who led to that was, unsurprisingly, assassinated. When drug lord and king of coke Pablo Escobar agreed to a prison sentence in Colombia, he did so on his own terms. He constructed a jail so lavish it was referred to as Hotel Escobar or Club Medellin, but the enduring name has been La Catedral, the cathedral, and with good reason. The prison featured a football field, jacuzzi, and waterfall. Indeed, La Catedral was more a fortress than prison, as Escobar effectively kept his enemies out rather than lock himself in and continued to conduct his grisly business. To all outward appearances, it seemed like a fairly standard prison surrender. The facade of barbed wire and concrete, however, was a thin cover for a very different reality. While most federal prisoners in the United States do have access to a gym, for example, they do not usually also have access to a sauna, jacuzzi, and a pool with a waterfall. Nor do they have access to outdoor sports facilities grand enough to host national sports team, as Escobar did when he invited the entire Colombian national team to play on his personal soccer pitch. La Catedral was so extravagant, in fact, that it also boasted an industrial kitchen, a billiards room, several bars with big screen TVs, and a disco where the drug kingpin actually hosted wedding receptions during his imprisonment. He feasted on stuffed turkey, caviar, fresh salmon, and smoked trout while in the arms of beauty queens. The son of notorious Medellin cartel boss Pablo Escobar claimed that his father once torched $2 million in crisp banknotes just to keep the family warm. According to Marroquin, the family was living in a hideout in the Medellin mountainsides when Escobar's daughter Manuela became hypothermic. Escobar decided to burn $2 million in cash to keep his family warm. Known as the King of Cocaine, Escobar's wealth was so immense that he stashed piles of cash in Colombian farming fields, dilapidated warehouses, and on the walls of cartel members' homes. According to Roberto Escobar, the cartel's chief accountant and the kingpin's brother, in his book, The Accountant Story, Inside the Violent World of the Medellin Cartel. Pablo was earning so much that each year we would write off 10% of the money because the rats would eat it in storage, or it would be damaged by water or lost, Escobar wrote. That would be about $2.1 billion, given how much money he was reportedly making. Escobar simply had more money than he knew what to do with, and therefore haphazardly losing money to rodents and mold wasn't an issue. That's it for today's video. Don't hesitate to let us know what you think in the comments section. And don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to this channel to get more videos and click the bell button to enable notifications. If you liked this video and found it informative, then be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Also, if you do not want to miss out on any new future videos like these, then be sure to click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification under this video so that you're notified the next time we upload a new video. Thanks for watching, guys. We hope you have a great day today, and we'll see you in the next video.